Winners of the 17,000 seats to Michael Jackson's memorial service began picking up their tickets today, and hundreds of thousands are expected to descend on downtown Los Angeles tomorrow. NBC's Chris Jansing is outside the Staples Center, and she'll be anchoring MSNBC's coverage of Michael Jackson's memorial service beginning tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. Chris, there were some developments in the courtroom today on the estate. Let's go over those before we get to what's going to happen tomorrow. What was the outcome today in court?
Yeah, I think that is significant because we've all seen in the aftermath of the death of Michael Jackson just how valuable his estate had become. He was $500 million in debt, it's estimated, but already his record sales have gone through the roof. The whole idea of marketing his image and likeness is worth millions, probably tens of millions of dollars just in the coming months alone. So the two people who were named as executors of the estate, both longtime friends, one a lawyer, one a music executive, went to court to say this is something that needs to be handled right now. In the interim, Catherine Jackson, his mother, had been essentially overseeing all the decision making. The judge agreed that at least in the short term, those two men, longtime friends of Michael Jackson, one of whom negotiated probably his most brilliant deal, which was for the part of the Sony Music catalog, would indeed be taking control of it again, at least in the short term. What the Jackson family has said is they don't have objections to these people per se. They just want to make sure that they sort of preserve this legacy. So I think they're going to be continuing ongoing negotiations from both sides about how best to do that. But the judge did decide today to go with those two executors who will be controlling his estate till there's another court hearing in early August. Lawrence?
Chris, the LAPD knows that there are 17,000 ticket holders on their way to the Staples Center tomorrow. How are they making their estimates about what else is going to happen downtown? How many other people who know they can't get into the Staples Center are still going to show up?
Yeah, not only can they not get into the Staples Center, Lawrence, they can't even get into this perimeter. You've been to plenty of political conventions. It's going to be like that. If you don't have the wristband and you don't have a ticket, you can't even get in within blocks. But I will tell you already, just to give you an indication, behind me there's a line of people. I got here early this morning, the crack of dawn. All day long there's been a line of people who want to sign this billboard to Michael Jackson. They've already taken one down. There was no more room to sign. They've put another one up. There does seem to be this just outpouring for Michael Jackson and people who want to be in proximity to him. How do they make their guesses? I mean, I think part of it is how many people went online, 1.6 million who wanted tickets. They're looking at how many people are booking hotels in this area and in the outlying area. They've been talking to airlines, how many people are flying in. They're estimating anywhere from 100,000 upwards of 750,000 people, they think, could try to come to Los Angeles, even though, we can't state this enough, you're not going to be able to get within blocks of the Staples Center if you don't have a ticket and you don't have a wristband. So I think we're going to see they're going to have plenty of security here to make sure that everything goes smoothly. So far, things have gone very, very well, both here around the Staples Center and over at Dodger Stadium, where they were handing out tickets and wristbands to the people who were lucky enough to win that lottery.
Well, thank you, Chris Jansing. You're going to be guiding us through this tomorrow. Michael Jackson's memorial is expected to cost Los Angeles taxpayers at least $2.5 million to control the crowds around the Staples Center. And now L.A. Councilman Dennis Zine would like the Jackson family to foot some of that bill. Dennis Zine is joining us on the phone from Los Angeles now. Councilman Zine, why should the Jackson family be paying for police protection on a ceremony that is a mourning and funeral ceremony?
We have a number of funerals, memorial services throughout the city of Los Angeles. Never do we need to bring in over 2,000 police officers and all of the detail that's being put into this to make it a safe, secure. The Jackson family, and our sympathies extend to the Jackson family and all the fans of Michael Jackson. But more than the Jackson family, it's AEG Entertainment. They are the promoters. They're the ones who are going to do this concert. They're the ones who operate Staples. They're the ones who need to put up the dollars for a city that is over $530 million in debt, a state that's issuing IOUs, a city that's giving furloughs to our employees and pink slips. We don't have the funds to cover this massive operation of security, not only security for the crowd and traffic control, but security for terrorists, security for people who know this is going to be a worldwide broadcast, and if someone wants to make a statement, look at the audience they may have. We need to be safe and secure.
Councilman Zine, is there any legal way you could oblige the Staples Center or the Jackson family to help pay for this?
We are working. I've met with our city attorney, Carmen Trutanich, our new city attorney in Los Angeles, who is focusing on this with his administration and his staff to look at the legal ramifications. If you were to have an event at Staples, say you were going to have a concert, say you're going to have an exhibition, say you're going to have a boxing match with famous boxers, and there was security necessary, AEG Entertainment Staples would pay for that. This is not what we would consider a normal memorial service or a funeral. This has become a worldwide event where a lot of people make a lot of money off of Mr. Jackson. God bless the man. He was an incredible entertainer. And at the same time, we need to provide security, but the cost needs to be borne by the AEG Entertainment Group. They're the ones who are going to be marketing this particular event. They're the ones who are going to be marketing the rehearsal. They're talking about making a movie out of it. So why should the taxpayers of the city of Los Angeles be burdened with this extreme cost when we don't have the dollars to put forth in the first place? So I'm calling for AEG Entertainment and the Jackson family to encourage them to do this. Let me mention one more thing. We were notified late Thursday that they had selected the venue of Staples Center. Late Thursday. Friday was a holiday. Saturday was the 4th of July. Sunday was a holiday. Monday, everyone's back to work. But over the days when everyone was on vacation, days off, we had people working over to muster resources to put this together. Clearly, AEG, the Jackson family, should help the this massive security.
All right. Thank you, LA City Councilman Dennis Zine.